We are back, and I have to say that ever since they started resuming filming on Indiana Jones 5, there have been some amazing photos coming out of Sicily. And everyone has been going nuts about all the different variations in the costume for Indiana Jones. And it was epic this morning. I'm in a cosplaying group because we all have the costume and the hat and all that stuff, and we go to conventions, and some of the boys were able to go to Sicily and kind of crash the Indiana Jones 5 set. And Harrison Ford was willing to pose in photos with these guys. Dude, this is so awesome. And they had an opportunity to look really close at the costume. I mean, like up close and personal. One of my favorite photos, they were able to get Harrison. There's this thing that we do in the cosplaying group called Ford Finger Friday, because he always points and he does the thing like this in all of his movies. And it looks like they've got a picture of Harrison doing the Ford Finger Friday. Now it's from one angle, but I'm sure another one's going to drop where he's doing the Ford Finger Friday right to the screen. Absolutely love this. We've noticed in the cosplaying group, as photos have popped off, that there have been pretty cool little things that have happened that kind of tweaked the Indiana Jones costume. He has a different shirt than he normally wears. There was something that I noticed and a couple other people noticed. He actually has a sewn area on his jacket, which appears to be where the Nazi shot Harrison Ford in the first film during the truck chase scene, when he hops through the window and turns the corner and shoots and hits him in the shoulder, right in the arm, scrapes him here with the little Ruger. Anyway, fantastic little detail, and to me that's what is going to make this movie hopefully better than what everyone's expecting, especially with James Mangold, because they're paying attention, because a little detail like that, like a tear in the jacket from the bullet hole that's been sewn up, they didn't do that in Crystal Skull, they didn't do that in The Last Crusade. Temple of Doom was a prequel, so it doesn't count as far as the movies go. But the fact that they're looking and paying attention to that kind of detail, but also upgrading the costume from the 1940s to some 1960s modern day costumes you'd purchase, or items you'd purchase. Harrison Ford is wearing a watch for the first time. He's never worn a watch in any of the Indiana Jones films, so he's wearing a watch, so that's something unique. And also, again, it's like some of the earlier photos that came out with Harrison Ford with the dots on his face showed him in his classic 1940s t-shirt, or a button-up shirt, which looks like the one behind me. That was produced by Wested, and now the new one is missing some of the detail on it, which means that this is definitely, they'd had some flashback stuff from the 1940s. It's probably going to be the whole stuff with the Nazi train and everything. I think they're going very spy thriller, since it's the 60s. If you think about the different eras, they did the serials, from the 1940s and 1930s and 40s, and then as they moved on up to Crystal Skull, they went with the 1950s kind of alien themes, because alien invasion movies were really big, even though they were intergalactic beings. And now that this movie takes place in the 60s, it looks like they might be going with a little espionage type stuff. Also, as Harrison Ford's running around Sicily, in the action sequences, he doesn't have his firearm on him. He just basically has his whip and his satchel. He's wearing his satchel differently. He's wearing it over the jacket instead of under the jacket. It's something they started with the Crystal Skull. But yeah, I mean, there's lots of really great things that are going on, and we're really excited. But seeing Harrison Ford pose with all these cosplayers is absolutely fantastic, and it's something he probably wouldn't be caught dead doing with people dressed in Han Solo costumes, because he doesn't kind of regard the Han Solo character like he does the Indiana Jones character. And the fact that he would go out of his way with a break in filming to approach these guys on the street and pose with them is absolutely fantastic, and the highlight of these guys' lives, probably next to being married and having children. Getting to meet Harrison Ford up close, getting to stand next to him, getting to see the costume up close, absolutely fantastic. I can't wait for Indiana Jones 5. There was also pictures of Mad Mikkelsen on the street, and lots of the 1960s cars. This is great. This is great. This is what it's all about. Good energy. Thank you, James Mangold. We're excited. What did you guys think? Let's talk about it in the comments section, and we'll see you on the next one.